Hey guys, what's going on? Wanted to come on for a minute. It's 10 months today for Sebastin Wayne Drake Rogers has been missing. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, bring some awareness. There's plenty out there, but I wanted to put my part. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that are going on in the case. Um, I've been watching more interviews, y'all know that. I told y'all I've been trying to do a little more research, take a little more notes, and I gathered so much from these interviews of how they just basically were all about clearing themselves and not really worried about Sebastin. And y'all know my theory is the motivation was the court. I really think that was it. That was going to cost him. And trigger warning, guys, times 100 million. And remember, allegedly, these are just my thoughts, my opinions, right? My speech. But I did want to take some time while I finally got a fire and spread a little awareness and talk about a few things that in that first interview, like I said, they're laughing, talking about the belt, talking about him lying to CPS lady that came twice. Remember, like I said, allegedly, it's just my thoughts. Allegedly, all my opinions only, not to reflect on the channel. Um, I feel like that it's a little late for them to come out now and try to go global with this, thinking that it's going to benefit them. Because that's what it's all about. All they've ever done is tried to benefit them because now they're realizing all the mistakes they made by waiting so long to speak, not begging for your child, not begging for him to run away if somebody's got him, not even acting like he's missing. Like, your speeches were not about him missing. They were all in past tense to me. And that's why I think he had said, if made a comment a different time or two about, you're never going to find him. He outsmarted everyone. Like, no, Chris outsmarted everyone. That's my opinion. This man is very controlling, very abusive. Uh, we know this because of Nina's stories and Sebastian's stories, his teachers, the counselors that were helping him try to get justice for this child, to get that man out of that house. And they were able to get him out of the house, but yet still hadn't gone to court and he hadn't been charged for it yet, which he would have been, I believe. You don't do that to an autistic child and not get charged. I believe he was going to be charged, and he knew the only way, like I said before, it reminds me of the Nikki McCann case, where he got off all his charges because she couldn't show up and testify against him in court. Sebastin couldn't testify if he's not there. But they know where he is, and it's sad, it's heartbreaking that they just keep beating around the bush. Just freaking come out. And if you want to do anything, do right. Y'all hold the key, and y'all know it. Chris jumped in right away because he knew Katie would break. That's why he had to take control, because that's what he does. He's controlling. He wants it ran his way and his way only, because that's what his mom was pushing for. I mean, Nina didn't tell all those lies. She might have told a few, but the majority of what she said, I'm sure, was right. She wouldn't have been fighting for this child Faith if she didn't feel that Chris was mean and abusive. She's seen it. She's been through it. Heck, they almost ran over with a car. Trigger warning. I mean, that grandma just, to me, is evil. She wants what she wants when she wants it. That's money and power. And they were going to get their way no matter what. She was probably, I'll be damned if you're going to allow me to lose my granddaughter because of something you did. Stupid. But it just wasn't one or two times of CPS. It's all the other times of abuse that neighbors, these neighbors don't have no reason to lie. They live there. I'm sure it's all on camera. Hopefully they saved those footages and turned them in when the child went missing. I hope they saved a lot of footage. They're going to see how many times he was home, whether he was coming in with a friend or somebody else, which he might have been pulling the garage and getting out so you didn't know it. But he was sneaking there. His Wi-Fi pinged there. He was sneaking there. I know they know he's been there. And that's why he's too scared to say what date he was there last. Law enforcement told me not to. That's BS. You can say anything else. You can be Sling Blade. You can pick on this child. You can say negative things about him, but you can't say that? Come on, man. Just like you never took a lie detector test. I don't believe you ever took one. And I believe if she did, I don't even know if she passed. They're not going to tell her pass or fail. They might tell her, yeah, just like about the flashlight video. They might tell her what they want to tell her so she don't run. But they're investigating this case 100%, I believe. They wouldn't have done landfill. They wouldn't have done all these things. They wouldn't have debunked the green hoodie so fast if they weren't still. They're investigating this case, guys. Really, really good. I'm sure they have a lot of data and a lot of information. that they'll never share with us. It'll come out in court, but it ain't gonna come out now. And I know we're anxious. We want justice now. That's what we want as people. We do. They want it too. Believe me, they want to have this. They want to solve this just as much as we want it solved. Now, of course, the other two don't. Seth does. He wants his son home. My God, he's begging for him every day. He's the one out there begging, saying, if you're somewhere, run. They didn't say this. The mom didn't say this one time. She just laughed in the damn interview. And then he laughed. Talking about how more friends and that. Really? God, these people get on my nerves. I'm sure they're on y'all's nerves too. And I probably got a lot of hate for this video. I don't care. It's 10 months today. 10 months. And not a peep. We need justice for this child, like we need justice for all the other ones as well. All the voiceless children that are missing need justice. Caleb, Kyle, all of them. Summer Wells, all of them. Monkey Vaughn, all of them do. I mean, all of them. Harmony Montgomery, they all need to be found. They all need to be brought home, regardless of what it is. Whether they're put up somewhere or they're not, they need to be brought home. We need to get closure. We need to get justice. They need to put these people in jail and lock them up. At least on freaking abuse and assault of a minor, a child with autism. Special child, extra special. Y'all know how I feel about them. They're extra special to me. If they have special needs, they're extra special. They need extra special care and love and attention. They need to be explained things differently. But he was a smart kid. He could play chess. We know this. So I think something happened Saturday with Chris, and I think that's the scratches and the bite marks, and that's what kept them from talking so soon. He couldn't show that. He knew they would eat him up for it. And then when they finally did decide to speak, it's because the tables had turned. They were like, uh-oh, now we're really suspects. And that's why they came out. But if they'd have just came out and begged for this child, we wouldn't be looking at them this way. They never did that. They made it about them and clearing them and jokes. And it's not what you do in a missing child's case. This was your blood, your son. You're not out there doing nothing. You're not. Now you're trying to go global with it, but where have you been the last 10 months? Sitting on your ass. Doing nothing, not searching, doing nothing to help the case at all. Didn't go to one candle lighting, nothing. This is your son, and you went to nothing. That's why everybody thinks you're guilty. That's why myself, you are guilty. And then you have him acting a fool on all these social media channels and now trying to backtrack all that and act like, oh, I'm a good guy. I want to go global. I want to go Dr. Phil. I want to go on this. I want to go on that. I'm not saying he said Dr. Phil. I'm just saying I'm using those because I know that's what Candace Wells did, and it seems like this is what they're trying to do. Now they're trying to grab fame from it all, and it's too late. You already painted your own picture. You made your own bed. You got to lay in it. And remember, allegedly, these are my opinions, guys. Trigger warning times 100 million again. This is, man, they're not to reflect on my channel. It's just my thoughts, my free speech, damn it. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. Because there's so many children out there that need us. And you have these two parents, a step-parent and a mother that won't even go search for their child. You had a family today that I read about that young, thank God he was found, Mitchell. But his parents pulled out their entire 401 to find him. Like, that's what parents do. They're begging. And thank God he was found safe in Florida. Thank God. But we need that for Sebastin too. These parents need to just come out and say it. Say whatever you know. Whatever you were going to say in that little time frame of when you went by the school. I went here, I went there, but it was too, what were you going to say? It's too late, right? Just say it. Just tell the truth. It'll set you free. And it'll, it's you owed Sebastin that. I mean, if this is the case and y'all had something to do with it, just say it. Fess up. Be a mother. Because you haven't been since day one. You haven't done anything but choose him over your son. And everybody sees it and everybody knows it. You can't hide from it anymore. And people aren't scared anymore to talk. They're going to tell how they feel now. And it's amazing. It's great. They should. They should have been able to do it the whole time. But y'all tried to shut everybody up and run everybody off. But you can't do that anymore. The tables have turned. Y'all can try all y'all want to make fake videos and do these things to try to prove your theory that no. Because He's the one that said it was a trash truck, and be, oh, nothing here to see. It's nothing. Sorry, y'all want it to be just as bad as we want it to be, but it's not. It's nothing. Just a trash truck. And now it's a car with a couple fighting. Now it's a car that had Sebastin. No telling what they're going to come up with next. No telling. But we know law enforcement's on it because they debunked the green hoodie fast. So we know they're working this case, and they're working extensively. I believe FBI is still helping. I believe Secret Service is still helping. I believe they're still viewing surveillance footage. That's a lot of footage to do, and I think they've got something really solid. I don't think that if they didn't have nothing solid from the get-go, I don't think they would have been able to do the landfill. I don't think they would have done it. I don't think they would have scared them. They knew what that was going to do to the public. Freak everybody the heck out and turn this into the criminal side. And they had no choice but to do it. They have a reason. Like he said in there, mere fact, right, about the camera. Somebody was out there that night around Sebastin's home. They're saying it's fact that somebody was out there. That's from law enforcement. So they think suspicious activity. That tells me one thing. They got something really good, I pray. And I hope it's enough for that one shot they're going to get. Because I do believe it's all four of them involved in this. I've said that from the beginning. I think they're all four involved. And it was all over losing custody of that grandchild. And that grandma wasn't going to have it. So yeah, I believe she was at that house with Katie's phone. And I believe Terry was at that camper with Chris's phone. And Chris and Katie did this together. Whatever they did together. And that's why they've been together since day one. He's the one that called 911. He's the one that did everything. He's the one that drug it, put himself right square in it. Because he was there, I feel. Whenever it happened, I believe he was there. And I believe those are human bite marks. I don't believe that they're dog bites. They're not round. Dogs don't have a round mouth. I believe those are scratch marks. Yes, I do. And that's my opinion. I have the right to believe that. Something is wrong. Something is really wrong here. And it needs to come out now. So we can get justice for Sebastin Wayne Jake Rogers. His father is out here killing himself every day. They have a hell of a team going. Shout out to all of them. They're doing an amazing job. They're pushing, they're fighting. And that's what the parents are supposed to do. All these people that are fighting, it's amazing. All these people that are searching, amazing hearts. That's how I see it. When I was up there searching, there's a lot of people searching for this young man, and I'm happy about that. Because the answers will come out. Eventually, they're going to come out. And I think they're boiling over about to anyway. I really feel that. I was hoping Christmas, but I think everybody's out of pocket until after New Year's. Most of your offices are closed. Government offices stuff are closed, so there probably won't be until after New Year's. But I think something's coming. I really do, guys. And I think we cannot allow these people to try to flip the table now after all this time and all the mean things they've said and done, all the CPS reports. He said he admitted to whipping his child with a belt more than once. He gave his snake away. He controlled his snack intake. The poor kid was getting up in the middle of the night eating. He was hungry. The punishments, I think, were almost unbearable, and this kid still had happy spirits every day. He still had a smile on his face. At least that's the photos we see. And those teachers and counselors know more, and I hope they testify in court. I hope they have told everything they know, and I think they have. I think they're probably trying to put a grand jury together. I think something's going to happen. It has to, and they know it. This is not going to go away. It's going to be a fight to the end. People aren't going to give up on this young man. They're not. And I'm glad they're not. Because a lot of times by now it would be cold. If Seth wouldn't have keep pushing about that cold theory, I think it would be. Thank God he did this. It's a heartbroken father that's out here looking for his son every day. Trying to make a difference every day. To gain something, any one piece of the puzzle. He believes it's them. He thought that from the beginning. He said it out of his own mouth. He believes it's them. He believes that mother OD'd that child on that sleeping medicine. There's truth to those things. Has to be. He's not just going to say that. He knows this woman. He's married to her for a long time. He lived with her a long time. He knows everything about this woman. And Chris, he paints a picture of himself. Just a mean, hateful bully is what he is. That like to bully a child with autism. That's what he does. To control things. His kids, all his wives. 5 wives. Come on. I guarantee you if we could hear all their stories, it'd break our hearts. We probably need 100 boxes of tissue. Some of them are too scared to talk because of that stepmama, his mama. That's why I think so many of these people, she was the one on Nina's ass. She was the one trying to get that child. She was telling Chris everything to do. She was trying to set up all the mastermind. That's why I think she's a mastermind behind this. I really do. I think his mother is the mastermind. Now I said it. I got it out. I think she is the one behind it all. I think it was her way, or it was going to be no more. Not talking to you anymore again. I write you off. That's how rich people do, and that's what I think she was going to do. Either you do what I say you're going to do, or else. That's it. And he's a mama's boy. We know that. He listens to his mama. And it's just heartbreaking that this poor young 15-year-old child got stuck in the middle of a custody battle. And for him trying to defend himself by telling his teachers what was going on, he got punished. It's backwards. That mother, she should be ashamed of herself. I'm sorry. I don't know how she looks herself in the mirror every morning. I don't. No way I could. Because they've controlled it since day one. They've only put out what they want to put out. They've tried to make themselves like, oh, we're just the best parents ever, when we know they're not. Too much has come up on them. And now they're trying to flip the tables, but it ain't going to work, guys. We can't let it work. But I did want to come on and visit a little bit about it because I'm frustrated. I'm watching some more interviews. I actually, shout out to Peter Hyde. I watched that one again, and that is an amazing one when he breaks down their first interview. Wow, it'll shock you. He said she holds the key. And she does. I believe she holds the key. And Chris does too, because he was there. I believe he holds the key as well. He's not going to weasel his way out of it. He was there. Wi-Fi is not going to lie. He was there. Whether he was there in that house that night or the night before and the night before that, he was there during that weekend sometime. And I think everybody knows that. But something has to give, right? 10 months, something has to give. This baby has to be found. He has to be brought home no matter what. So we're going to keep praying for it. We're going to keep fighting for it. And I'm going to keep making videos, spreading awareness for this young man, saying my thoughts. I'm not holding back. I'm just saying my thoughts now. And we got the fire too tonight, guys. So you'll get to see the fire. Laureen, there's your fire. She was upset when we had fire last night. Shout out to you and your 2 kitty cats. She's always so sweet. She always leaves wonderful comments. She's big-hearted. Just her and her 2 cats. And yeah, I enjoy chatting with her. She always says it how it is, right? She doesn't sugarcoat anything. That's what I like. She just says it how it is. And I mean, I love all y'all's comments. I do. All of y'all. Y'all all have big hearts. Katie, all y'all have big hearts, you know. Cat, I think it's Cat Dave, all them that just always have wonderful comments. But y'all do know we need to shout out to Amy Boyd's in the hospital, guys. One of our big supporters. She's in the hospital with something. I don't know yet what, but I did hear she was in the hospital. So we need to say a prayer for her. She's in the hospital. And pray that she gets it better soon. Amy Boyd, get better soon. We're rooting for you. Yeah, I did hear that. I forgot to bring that up. I did hear that. And if y'all have anything y'all need me to bring up, just let me know in the comments, guys. I will. Y'all know me. I don't hold back. But let's keep our prayers up for Sebastin Rogers. Just keep fighting for justice for this young man, because we need justice in this case. They need to be held accountable. If they're responsible, they need to be held accountable. They do. And I say that because I think they are, but I have to word it that way. Y'all know that. Because these are just my opinions, right? My free speech. And allegedly. And all alleged. Everything is alleged. Just put it that way. Trigger warning, everything too. But yeah, guys, we need to keep the focus. I'm waiting for their next little venture they're going to drop out to try to change some narrative on something else. I'm waiting to see what it is. I can't wait till we can debunk it too, right? All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. It's almost 20 minutes. We got fire. So nice. We got a good flame going. Oh, yeah. Good fire going. So y'all have a wonderful night, guys. And let's keep prayers for all the missing, all the voiceless, all the runaways. They run away for a reason. So let's get justice when justice is needed. And keep the fight. And good luck to everyone out there searching. I pray that someone comes across something ASAP. Keep it up, guys. and we'll keep it up on our end too. We're fixing to head back that way. We got about 5 stops too, so we've been waiting for weather, and finally we're getting there, and then the holiday's over now. So y'all guys be good, be safe. We love y'all, and we'll talk on the next one, guys. All right. Justice for Sebastin Rogers always. All right, bye.